For the record, Secondhand News started on April 26, 2003. It was a direct response to the massive amount of lies from the Bush administration over the war on terror. This is episode 1195. The Backside of American History started on January 6, 2001. I thought that series might last a year. Now it's been a quarter century of stories on American history. Here's a fun fact. There have been more episodes of The Backside of American History than there are episodes of The Simpsons. Classic Tracks was late arrival, February 6, 2010. We needed something fun on the show as we were still recovering from the financial meltdown. By the way, there were 436 episodes of Classic Tracks too. Now, whether you have liked it or not, Secondhand News was often the most important segment of this show. And at the risk of acting like I'm egotistical, America needs secondhand news today more than ever. But I'm just worn out. America is now facing dark days. We're already deep in it. We are not downsizing the American government as Trump and Elon Musk are claiming. They are hobbling it. And there's a big difference. And when they are done, only then will everyone realize that we were all sold nonsense. And then you will come to see the ruins of our government and how it will impact America and American lives forever. You can have all the laws, rules, and regulations you want on the books to run a great country, but if there's no one left to administer those rules, it's as if they don't exist. And that is exactly what Trump and Musk are doing intentionally right now. Don't be misled. We have downsized our government in major ways after World War II and in the 1990s. Neither time created all the mess that's going on right now. And by the time you realize how wrong all of this has been, it will be far too late to fix anything. Do you doubt that? 2 days ago, Business Insider had a column that China is already moving into countries where USAID has closed up shop. And so those countries are leaving the sphere of American influence worldwide, and they're going to come into China's sphere of influence. And you act like you don't have a problem with that. If you haven't shopped Power to Choose for your electricity provider recently, you're going to be in for a huge shock. I have a 36-month contract for electricity that ends next February. I am paying 10.3 cents per kilowatt hour. But the lowest rate out there right now is 13.3 cents. And it's for a 1-star rated electric company, Chariot. The lowest rate for a 5-star rated electricity provider is 14.5 cents. That's a 40% increase in the cost of electricity for me. And no one in Austin cares. In the past, a 1-star rated utility would be taken over by the government and fixed. Now it makes the top of the list for you to buy electricity. This week, an internal memo from Wells Fargo got out into the public. It outlined why they potentially want to privatize the U.S. Post Office. So why would any legitimate business want to buy a critical part of America's infrastructure that loses untold billions of dollars each and every year? According to Wells Fargo, it can be profitable. Post office may lose money now, but that's an easy fix. Slash jobs, raise the mail rates by 140%. But then, if you buy that, you still have to administer the post office, but there's not really a problem there. Wells Fargo sees there's an incredible fortune to be made selling off all the post office and locations in America. That gets all the cash out. Then you sell off the balance of the company to someone who actually wants to run it. It's an American bank acting like private equity vultures. But what do you think is going to happen to the mail service? Yeah, Like anything else, the government has privatized, and there's been hundreds of examples. Prices go way, way up, and the service craters. In Florida, 14-year-old kids were covered by child labor laws, including not being able to work before 6:30 in the morning or after 11 o'clock at night on a school day. The kids had to get a meal break, and they couldn't work more than 30 hours a week. That's still a lot for an 8th grader. Guess what? Florida's got a new bill that's being endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis. It removes all of those protections for kids. And do you want to hear DeSantis' logic for treating kids like adult workers in bad jobs? DeSantis was quoted by the Miami Herald as arguing, "This is a great way to fill the vacancy for dirt cheap labor from deported illegal immigrants." That's right. He thinks it's great that we can move teenagers in middle school to replace illegal immigrants that are no longer in America. I wonder what that does for the next generation of American kids. In fact, what kind of education can any teenager get when they're working a 40-hour week on the overnight shift? America's headed back to the days of kids dropping out of school to work full-time by law. How does that make America great again? Well, folks, this is what you voted for. This week, the Department of Justice, or Donald Trump's private and free law firm, filed a number of arguments in federal courts. One case where the judge blocked one of Trump's executive orders, claiming illegal workers were alien enemies, which they are likely not. And in another courtroom, the Department of Justice refused to give Judge James Boasberg data he requested. And listen to their excuse. The judge's authority must yield to the mandate of the electorate. Did you understand that? The Department of Justice is saying that judges have to rule based on whomever got elected. Are you kidding me? That would make our president a monarch. Gets worse. House Speaker Mike Johnson actually floated the idea of simply eliminating a lot of the federal district courts. Now, to make this point very, very clear, every one of those people I just mentioned took an oath of office. That oath included protecting and defending the Constitution of the United States, and they also give an oath to the American public, neither of which are these people doing. So why have they not been removed from office? Works here too. Greg Abbott, he's backing a bill that bans non-human behavior in public schools based on the fairy tale that some of our school kids are furries. They dress up as cats and they use litter boxes in the schoolroom. I'm not making that up. We have a governor that claims this happens, and it's so prolific that legislation is badly needed. In Idaho, teacher Sarah Inama, she was ordered to remove a sign in her school classroom that reads, "Everyone is welcome here." A judge ordered her to remove that because somehow or another he thinks that's considered woke. Making kids feel safe in school is not woke, it's common sense. So our governor claims kids are actually dressing up as cats and actually using litter boxes in schoolrooms, while a teacher that has a sign for kids saying, "Everyone in my classroom is welcome," is in trouble with the law. Do you really think this is making America great again? It is not. It's the opposite of that. And I, for one, am tired of a government that has been trying to convince me for years that somehow Vladimir Putin's a great guy, but the prime ministers of Canada, England, most of Europe, they've been screwing America over. Yeah, we're being told all of our friends and allies for decades are somehow thieves, and they've been cheating America for years, but gosh, wouldn't it be great if all those horrible countries were more like Putin's Russia? On this, the last secondhand news, the last time you will hear my voice on the radio, I had 20 stories today, as amazing as the ones I just told you to air. Wasn't enough time. there are dark times ahead. There's already too much chaos, and the American economy does not react well to chaos. Monday will be my last day I publish news at InsideAutomotive.com. I need to tell you there's only one person left on your side. Come Tuesday morning, Dave Lieber of the Dallas Morning News is that guy. And all of you should support him because he is doing everything he can to protect you. For the very last time. And with that, I'm Ed Wallace.